Before I get you out of here, I want to switch gears a little bit and talk about the current state of the South Carolina football program, because I don't want to put words in your mouth or anybody else, but I'm sure for someone like you, for you guys that played on those teams, it's kind of tough to see the transition that kind of ensued after you left, because you built that culture, you set the standard. Obviously, things happen. Programs go through ups and downs. When Steve Spurrier resigned, you could have predicted probably there'd be somewhat of a dip, but Will Muschamp now in his 5th year. This is a strange year for everybody. Obviously, you've got a 10-game all-conference schedule. And so I wanted to get your thoughts on the state of the program. And also, I wanted to ask you about kind of really what sparked our conversation was the comments you left on the Gamecock football page. And I understood where you were coming from, talking about Vandy. Beating Vandy's not the standard for us. That means nothing to us. We beat Vanderbilt, no big deal. When I was there, we beat Alabama, we beat Georgia, we beat Clemson 4 in a row. Talk about just your overall thoughts on Gamecock football, the state of the program, and then let people know, again, for people that maybe misunderstood the point you were trying to make in that latest, those comments, explain that and kind of let people understand where you were coming from.
Yeah, man. So I think we are building right now, but the standard got lost somewhere in the sauce. Of course, that can happen with a coaching change. But the standard definitely, I don't know if it was, truthfully, I want to say it was, no disrespect, but when we got the new coach in that came in right after, I think it was Coach Hoke or something like that.
Yeah.
The defensive coach that came in, and we started running some sort of a cover 2. And it was like for the DBs like me, Stephon, Akeem, Culliver, Darian Stewart, Antonio Allen, Holloman, Captain Mulliner, you keep going. That was sort of like a slap in the face, because it was like, bro, we take pride in defensive in DBs, and when you call cover 2, it's basically putting the safety over your corner, and it's like, bro, we got the talent to be able to lock up anybody in the nation. So we shouldn't have no type of cover 2. Like, we didn't have no type of cover 2s in our plan when we were playing. Like, it was kind of like a slap in the face to Stephon. It's a slap in the face to Culliver. It's basically saying, like, bro, you can't guard this, man. We need a safety over the top of you. Like, that's like, as a DB, we like, bro, like, I hated watching the games. Like, when we played cover 2, because it was like, we didn't dictate. Like, we would always dictate what the offenses were doing to us. Like, we made them do what we wanted them to do, and then we made plays. But playing cover 2 is sort of it's passive, it's soft, and then you always can get, like, if you throw a check down in cover 2, you always gonna get 5 yards, and you may can get 10. So as far as the yards concerned, it's too many holes and it's too many yards you can give up in cover 2. So I think that kind of threw the culture off as far as DBU. Like, when you watch LSU, watch Alabama, they play man-to-man. And when you used to watch South Carolina, they played man-to-man. Or they played cover 3. But, it was ways to show your talent, your defensive talent, your defensive back talent. And I think that kind of messed up a little bit with that situation. And then it kind of, when Coach Muschamp got in, he kind of brought his own formula. So it kind of he was trying to get it back. But man, back to my comment, man, Vanderbilt, I seen, Gamecocks posted a big hit, and my comment, what I comment is saying, I see you. And then I seen the opponent, of course. It's like, okay, it's Vandy. Cool. All right, do it next week. Because we supposed to, as a South Carolina Gamecock, Vanderbilt always played us tough, but we always gonna win against Vandy. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like we not winning the championship beating Vandy, bro. Like when this last time Vandy won the SEC East? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, we can build off of that hit. We don't get excited, or, you know what I'm saying, you don't get too high on it. You stay neutral, because Vandy is not the standard. Now you do it next week against Auburn, now you can build confidence in that.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? Because
Yep.
that's a team that means something. You get what I'm saying? So back what I was saying, to clear everything up, like Vanderbilt is not the standard for South Carolina. Florida is the standard. Auburn is the standard. Alabama, LSU is the standard for South Carolina. So I'm speaking for all of the alumni. Like, yes, we see you. Of course, that is a great hit by a great freshman, a 5-star guy. And another thing about the stars, when we got to South Carolina, a lot of us weren't high stars.
You were a 3-star. You were a 3-star. I mean,
we were sort of like the get it out of the mud guys. Like, we were overlooked. So that was always the chip we had on our shoulder, because South Carolina was always overlooked. So truth be told, we don't care about your stars. Like, we never care about your stars. We don't care if you're a 1-star or a 5-star. You put your pants on just like we put our pants on. Just because you got more publicity and more accolades or more stars or more attention in high school doesn't make you a better player or give you more respect than the next player on our team. Everybody holds each other to a high standard, and everybody is equal. So it doesn't matter. I've seen people be like, "Oh, you don't know he's a 5-star." I don't care if he's a 5-star, and nobody else knew. No other alumni cares. All we care about is winning games, keeping the culture as a defender, and that is being dominant, striking fear into your opponent, leading by example, and making plays on Saturdays. Like, that is the standard. 5-star has never been the standard, and being Vanderbilt has never been the standard. Yes, never not taking nothing away from our guys when we do something great, because it was a great hit. But understand, that is not the standard. The standard is beating Auburn, beating LSU, beating Alabama. And when we get back to that level, then you will see a lot of guys come out of the woodwork and be like, okay, we back. Now we got confidence. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm speaking for a lot of people. We don't have a lot of confidence in South Carolina at all, just because of the standard is not there as far as the defense. Like, South Carolina is known as defense and DBs and D-line, linebackers. Like, we known for that. So build that standard back up. And once we see that as alumni, we'll be more acceptable to certain things. You get what I'm saying? But until that happens, we're going to always have tough love, because we built the standard. Our names are still in the building. So if we don't give it to you hard, you're going to listen to the fans, and then you're going to pat yourself on the back. And then next week, you're going to be looking crazy if you get hit in the mouth. So it's a sort of a way that you gotta approach the game. You can, like I always tell people, man, you gotta turn down your compliments and turn up your criticism. Turn up your constructive criticisms. You gotta turn that up, and you gotta turn down your compliments, because your compliments can make you complacent. So turn up your criticism and listen to what people are saying that you did wrong, and always critique yourself. Critique yourself and know yourself, and listen to what people are saying, and use it as fuel. If you use it as fuel, you will always have the energy and always have the chip on your shoulder to do what you need to do. Well, so DJ, that's my message to all the guys, man.